Sparky. Okay. All right. I'm going to tag you all. Sparky! Actually, I think where it really started was AWP Denver 10 years ago. I think it was about 10 years ago. We were at this Continta event, which is where the Latinos would hang out at AWP. It was so crowded in this restaurant, and they were serving enchiladas and frijoles, and a bunch of us were like, it was like so crowded. Everyone was trying to get at the enchiladas at once. And so, a couple of us says, well, let's just go have some dinner. So it was me, it was Benjamin Alira Sainz, it was Paul Pompa, it was, I forget who else was there, a couple other people. And so we said, come on, let's go. So we start to leave. We're walking down the streets of Denver, and Francisco Aragón comes out, and he says, hey, Chacón. He says, hey, Chacón, come here. And so I went up, I go, yeah, what's up? He goes, hey, so you got all the stuff, right? You got all Andres' stuff. I go, yeah, piles of it. I've been going through. And he says, we're going to get that published. He says, you get that book together, we're going to get it published. And man, it meant so much to me because I didn't know if we were going to be able to find a publisher. I just knew I was just doing this, but he's responsible for this book. And it was that day, I think, that it all started, if you want to follow that narrative. So thank you, Francisco. Francisco Aragón is the author of Glow of Our Sweat and Puerta del Sol. He is also editor of The Wind Shifts, New Latino Poetry, winner of the 2009 International Latino Book Award for Poetry in English. He is recipient of a 2015 and the Literary Arts Award from the American Association of Hispanics in Education. He is the founding director of Letras Latinas and in the Institute for Latino Studies at the University of Notre Dame. And I don't think you can ever underemphasize what he has done for Latinx poetry. I'd like to introduce Francisco Aragón.
I wandered into the campus bookstore. I had recently returned to California from a 10-year stint in Spain to pursue graduate work in creative writing at UC Davis. This was nearly 20 years ago, 1999. Browsing the poetry section, I spotted it. A book spine that read, "The Ice Worker Sings." Like most who encountered that volume back in the day, it was a revelation. 4 years later, in 2003, I was newly employed at the University of Notre Dame's Institute for Latino Studies, whose first visiting fellow was Malaquias Montoya. I had been charged with creating a literary component to the Institute, one which eventually became Letras Latinas. Our pilot program was the Andrés Montoya Poetry Prize. It's a collaboration with the University of Notre Dame Press, and it supports the publication of a first book by a Latinx poet residing in the United States. Our first winning collection was released in 2005. We hold the prize every other year with a different established poet serving as judge. Thus far, we have published 7 books. They are, in chronological order, Pity the Drowned Horses by Sheryl Luna, selected by Robert Vasquez. The Outer Bands by Gabe Gomez, selected by Valerie Martínez. My Kill Adore Him by Paul Martinez-pompa, selected by Martín Espada. Tropicalia by Emma Trelles, selected by Silvia Curbelo. A Tongue in the Mouth of the Dying by Laurie Ann Guerrero, selected by the late Francisco X. Alarcón, who was the judge who selected The Ice Worker Sings for the UC Irvine Chicano Latino Literary Prize. Furious Dusk by David Campos, selected by Rina P. Espelat. Of Form and Gather by Felicia Zamora, selected by Edwin Torres. With the exception of our first two winners, who are not able to be here tonight, we have managed to convene Paul, Emma, Laurie Ann, David, and Felicia. Several months ago, I sent all 7 of our prize winners this, and commissioned our poets to write new work using Andres's work as inspiration. What you are about to hear is a curated sampling of this new work presented to you as a collective gesture to honor Andres. This is part 1 of our program. For part 2, each of our present 5 poets will share 1 poem. I will be standing in for Gabe Gomez, and Felicia Zamora has agreed to stand in for Sheryl Luna, and Laurie Ann Guerrero will get us started.
This is probably the scariest reading I've ever done. Contemplations from the Road, after Andrés Montoya. 1. I stutter, and the streets demand this. Go home. 2 shadowed hands wake me, one on each ankle, in fear or longing, when the gun is fired just steps from where the babies sleep. And you have done this before, and I have done this before. Somehow, there is something beautiful in all this. 2. Tonight, I am not a poet, but I will my teeth to bear a fight my heart refuses. And my legs grow like the fat trunk of an oak, and the top of my head winds its way past the crows, past the moon, looking for a God to say, what are you gonna do, God, about these teeth? I am uncorralled, sloppy, on mountains and in graveyards I am spread, large as a whale, an easy fool, like the trees, praising God.
Forehead by Sheryl Luna, after Andrés Montoya. I too am a romantic, despite it being uncool. I too have a scar, but mine cascades across my brow unevenly. The mystery of that single line shocked me when I fell hard onto tile as a child. Hematoma, tumor, your forehead, a great wall of song. My scar, a third eye. Yours, a valley where eyebrows wept at its feet. There were days the sorrow of my own scar sank into a frown. I imagine the loss of my real father. There, in the falling, in the breaking. It was in the rolling music of loss where I found the scar fading into a lighter tone than the wall of my skin. It was as if it had freed itself in a quiet rest, a softening sound, healing from the rumbling waves of myself. You, Andrés, said you hoped your scar would produce a symphony of sighs. I would settle for the silence between the beauty, the shy smiles between the moan of violas. The point was, I think, what is broken heals. What is blooded seals. Even the sky, when seemingly cracked and lit aflame, cools itself with rain. And I go on too long, Andrés. I forget you and your late leukemia poems, where you were left to study the poison blood of your own heart, seeking all the while the song of a single bird. You sang of a God who fell in love with your eyes, your hair, the blush of your cheeks, and I imagine even your scar.
Contemplations from the Road, number 3. As a boy, I was taught how to skin a buck, he says. And for a moment, I revel in the grace of my left hind leg, the intimacy of my tongue inside my tiny deer mouth, lost in the morality of machines.
From Mother of Water by Gabe Gomez, after Andrés Montoya. 1. You are the accordion bellow, the norteña through honeycombed zinc. 2. You are a pattern and an outline visible only from space. 3. You are a tectonic event, a major rock suite, peeling limestone. 4. You are public bathrooms, fabuloso cleaner with notes of pine and plastic hospital seats. 5. You are one seizure, movement born. 6. You are conquest and parallel lines in the West. 7. You are not academic, thematic, tenure track. 8. You are the slender boat, the film of water where it crests. 9. You are the color fading from open windows. 10. You are the last to know. 11. You are the invasive species, grass that chokes the oak. 12. You were renamed into the Spanish when discovered. 13. You are snow, glisten, dissipate in the air. 14. You bivouac, yield, leave.
Contemplations from the Road, number 4. Oh, how I wish for the sea like a kiss, and a kiss like the sea. When the body finally breaks from lack of salt, do not celebrate me like a name written on white stone.
Dead End Mouth, a love song. I never knew what I was saying, I said. America, my skin unloaded across motel bed sheets. I said community, like sky, hung over, overflowing trash cans. I said like a fool, wait till the devils grow sleepy. I said a music, a place to feel our dreams slip away. I said I had fear, but just couldn't find my breath. I mean, I see an aura of hair draped just out of reach. My mother sent a bag full of cancer today, her way of saying, I love you, child, and she means it as best she can.
Contemplations from the Road. Number 5. The city coughs in murder and murmuration. A wild sea of crows, the black spit up in the sky, and I want to be one. Unmothered, unlovered, a nasty bird that doesn't count for tit or tooth. Do not eliminate the cockroaches or the people who have made treaties with them.
Oración, after Andrés Montoya. The end unfolding into a bowl of light, asleep in our sheaths of cotton and belonging. But look now at the arrow of the street, at the frosted sea, the true milk of it, glowing, rare clouds now abundant, veiling horizon, oil rigs, taking more, even more is not enough. We will never stop. I have always thought of this place as how the land appeared before we pulled from womb to shore, before gulls bussed tables and trains ran their mystery freight, before the polished heads of seals looked to the lamps that lure us into dark, before screens fixed on mountains in their simple morning coats, not edging fishing piers or tiled roofs, but filled with the peace of desolation. I do not want to lose your mouth. The breaths we take between blows, open and wet. How beautifully lonely each rock and wildflower must have been, unseen by all but creature eyes. The long tongues of aloes tasting light, then drinking down the moon. When you frame my face with your serious blue, I could fold us both into the pale above and be ready when it came, ready as any minute or quick trip to pick up bread. Because your eyes are the day of this world, and you are alive, no matter how often I dream your grave. And we are all looking for water again. Is there not hope enough to scrape from the fading earth? I see that promise in you, a way of holding on. Your hands, I will try to never forget. After, when I am poised before my last flight to a no-name terminal, a city without shape, not even your song to guide me into that night. This flame we will not remember. I want to say might, but we won't. Particles to nebula, we won't know the other. Rush of cells, a current. And just wishing you will be there and both be part of the unknowable sky must be enough.
Contemplations from the Road, number 6. My sister is weeping because she was never born. I weep with joy for the same reason. It comes out of my mouth like a stutter.
Humanitarian reasons, after Andrés Montoya. The new moon has turned to playing a child's game. And the birds whose names I can't say hide their flight among star breath, where it is said children have gone to seek their socks and shoes for running. These nights their footsteps cut through the copse of trees, and they sing the opposite of lullabies, though there is no translation for a bird's neck breaking. Don't ask me for the Latin root of the word. There is no language for God's plan. Don't ask me to interpret the Bible or fold you into origami. Listen for the manure to preach the origins of rinds and the soft husk you inhabit for now. For now, close your eyes and press your cheeks into the bark of a peach tree. You cannot do anything from stopping the ants from colonizing you, from carving tunnels that all lead to your mouth. I keep walking out into the orchards at night to think of my brother, his face turning blue that one night he came close to flight, and wonder how big his feathers would have been if they would have hunted him, put him on an endangered species list, and caged him inside some show prison for humanitarian reasons. Tonight, his name is cutting through the branches, sentencing fruit to the worms. Tonight, the moon returns, sharper than the blade hearts are carved with. And here, under the shine, under the shh of the city, a flock feeds on the falling. A branch snaps under my feet.
Contemplations from the Road, number 7. I stutter when the dam breaks and expect everything to wash away. Nothing can be trusted. Cornerstone, home base, love. Hasn't everything tried to take you from me? Why are you still here? Run. I will hold a gun to your head. In my dreams, I can kill anything. When the time comes, they said, your body will know what to do. I hold a gun to your head, plead my case to a jury of trees.
Blindfolded, I will look for truth. After Andrés Montoya's declaration from a jury of trees. These wings, dormant inside me, whisper moth, 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 moth. This hum of becoming. What thoughts linger atop of a vertebral column? How insect my mammalness. Still, this moth of me waits in pupa. My chrysalis wraps a shroud over my eyes, over limbs in form. No vision of you exists inside this shell. No vision of me within. My history of egg. My history of larva. Dream me on this eve of Sunday. Dream me a lilas gash upon sharp cheekbones. Dream me a cup's rim shattered and glued, a new type of atonement. O church bells in muffle from oak's bark and the palm's fickle heart, a delicacy when cut out. Dream me a heart worthy of ingestion. Dream me, roots to bud, my own decision. Dream me wounded winged and vapor full, born of branches on the dump's lowest hill, naked eyes skybound, without a tired rib within me.
Contemplations from the Road, number 8. This now is how I pray. My body was taken before I could form sentences. My sentences are born in dreams. I labor 40 years. Mother, I am. I build myself from the dire and exact need to protect what I've birthed. My body is taken. Run. Why are you still here? I hold a gun to your head. When the time comes, run, they said. Your body will know what to do. I will stand like a lonely cheek. Number 9. I come from the battlefield and cannot hide myself from myself. A flaccid vessel, heart and liver, heated bile, a womb that does not pulse, a child stuttering onto the breast of this world.